Welcome to Agent Amigos Talk. Today, the Great Barrier Reef, nature's underwater city. This is the Great Barrier Reef, nature's underwater city Minder 1 avatar. Sit back, this is going to be worth your time. Now, let's talk about the heroes in this story, the conservation efforts that are working tirelessly to protect and restore the reef. Marine parks, like the Great Barrier Reef Marine Park, are like national parks underwater, with zoning rules that limit fishing and other activities in certain areas. These protected zones give marine life a safe haven to breed and thrive, and they've been shown to increase fish populations and biodiversity. But it's not just about drawing lines on a map. There are also active restoration projects, like coral nurseries where fragments of healthy coral are grown and then transplanted onto damaged reefs. Scientists and volunteers are experimenting with techniques like coral IVF, where they collect coral spawn, rear the larvae, and then settle them onto degraded areas. It's painstaking, delicate work, but it's giving the reef a fighting chance. And it's not just the big organizations, local communities, indigenous groups, and even tourists are getting involved in citizen science programs, monitoring coral health and cleaning up debris. Every single action, no matter how small, contributes to the larger effort. We're learning that conservation isn't just about stopping harm, it's about actively healing and rebuilding. And that's a message of hope that we can all carry forward. But our connection to this reef goes far deeper than science or tourism. For over 60,000 years, Indigenous Australians have been the reef's stewards, living in harmony with its rhythms and seasons. They have a profound spiritual and cultural connection to this place, with intricate knowledge of its ecosystems, passed down through generations. Traditional owners have always practiced sustainable resource use, respecting the reef as a living entity that must be cared for, not exploited. Today, they are vital partners in reef management, blending ancient wisdom with modern science. Their land and sea country management plans are leading the way in holistic approaches to conservation, recognizing that the health of the reef is inseparable from the health of the people and the culture. When we talk about protecting the reef, we must also honor and amplify these indigenous voices. Their stewardship is not a relic of the past, it's a living, evolving practice that offers invaluable lessons for our future. By working together, we can ensure that this ancient connection continues to thrive, and that the reef remains a place of wonder and meaning for all. Now, let's dive into the incredible world of scientific research happening on the reef. It's truly a living laboratory, a place where we can study everything from the tiniest microbes to the largest marine animals. Researchers are using cutting-edge technology like autonomous underwater vehicles and genetic sequencing to understand the reef's complex ecosystems. They're monitoring water temperatures and acidity levels in real time, tracking the movements of sharks and turtles with satellite tags, and even training corals to be more heat-resistant. Each discovery opens up new questions and new possibilities for conservation. For instance, by understanding the symbiotic relationship between corals and the algae that live within them, scientists are developing probiotics that might help corals withstand bleaching. The reef is also a treasure trove for medical research. Organisms here produce unique compounds that could lead to new antibiotics or cancer treatments. But this research isn't just about what we can take, it's about understanding how to give back. The more we learn, the better equipped we are to protect this ecosystem. And you don't need a PhD to contribute. Citizen scientists are helping to collect data, identify species, and monitor changes, proving that everyone can be a scientist in their own backyard, even if that backyard is underwater. So why should we care? Why does a reef on the other side of the world matter to you and me? The Great Barrier Reef is not just a beautiful destination, it's a global treasure with far-reaching significance. It's home to a quarter of all marine species, making it one of the most biodiverse places on Earth. This biodiversity is not just amazing to look at, it provides essential services that affect the entire planet. The reef acts as a natural barrier, protecting coastlines from storms and erosion. It supports fisheries that feed millions of people and economies that depend on tourism. And perhaps most importantly, it's a critical indicator of the health of our oceans. When the reef suffers, it's a warning sign that our oceans are in trouble, which ultimately affects us all. Climate change, ocean acidification, and pollution are global problems, and the reef is on the front lines. By protecting the Great Barrier Reef, we're not just saving one ecosystem, we're taking a stand for the health of the entire planet. It's a symbol of hope that if we can come together to save this reef, we can address the larger environmental challenges we face. The reef's fate is intertwined with ours, and we have a responsibility to act. Now, let's look to the future with hope and action. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by the scale of the challenges, but despair is not an option. There are already signs of resilience and recovery. Some corals are showing remarkable adaptability, and we're seeing new growth in areas that were previously damaged. The Paris Agreement and other international commitments are pushing nations to reduce emissions, and renewable energy is becoming more affordable and widespread. In Australia, there's a growing movement to transition away from fossil fuels and to invest in sustainable industries. The reef itself is a powerful motivator. It inspires people to take action, from local beach cleanups to global advocacy. We're also seeing innovative solutions like creating artificial reefs, using sound to attract fish, and developing heat-resistant coral strains. The key is to act now, to scale up these efforts, and to hold our leaders accountable. Hope is not just a feeling, it's a catalyst for change. Every time we choose a sustainable option, every time we speak up for the reef, we're casting a vote for a brighter future. The future of the reef is not set in stone, it's being written right now, by all of us. But what can you, as an individual, do to help? You might think that one person can't make a difference, but that's far from the truth. Collective action starts with individual choices. First, reduce your carbon footprint, drive less, use energy-efficient appliances, and support renewable energy. Every ton of carbon dioxide we avoid is a step toward cooling the oceans. Second, be a conscious consumer. Choose sustainable seafood that's certified, and avoid products that harm marine habitats. Say no to single-use plastics, which often end up in the ocean and choke marine life. Third, if you visit the reef, do so responsibly, choose eco-friendly tour operators, don't touch the corals, and use reef-safe sunscreen. Fourth, spread the word. Talk to your friends and family, share what you've learned, and encourage others to take action. And finally, support organizations that are working on reef conservation, whether through donations or volunteering. You can also use your voice as a citizen to advocate for policies that protect our oceans. Remember, the reef doesn't need a few people doing everything perfectly, it needs millions of people doing something imperfectly. Every action, no matter how small, ripples out and creates waves of change. As we come to the end of our journey, I want to leave you with a call to action: be a reef guardian. The Great Barrier Reef is more than just a collection of corals and fish, it's a symbol of the interconnectedness of life on Earth. It's a reminder that we are not separate from nature, we are part of it. The challenges it faces are our challenges, and its future is our future. We have the knowledge, the tools, and the technology to protect it, but we need the will. We need to act with urgency and with hope. We need to remember that the reef has been here for millions of years, through ice ages and shifts in climate, and it has the capacity to recover if we give it a chance. What you can do: individual actions for reef health. But that chance is slipping away with every passing day. So let's not be the generation that watched it disappear. Let's be the generation that saved it. Let's be the generation that showed that we can live in harmony with nature, that we can protect the wonders of our world for future generations. The reef is calling out to us, will we answer? I believe we will. Together, we can ensure that the Great Barrier Reef continues to thrive as a living, breathing metropolis of the sea, inspiring awe and wonder for centuries to come. Conclusion: a call to be reef guardians. Conclusion: a call to be reef guardians. Thank you for watching Agent Amigos. If this talk sparked something in you, hit like, subscribe to Agent Amigos, and share it with one person who needs to hear it. Knowledge is better when it is shared. See you at the next talk.